What's up? Welcome in. Oh, I forgot to change my subscriber goal. That's fine. It'll just look like I'm popular. How's it going? Where did I just go? Oh. Sorry, I am setting this up. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Let me get my pure ref up. Need a save file, it's fine. Ready to hang out? I'm doing alright. I'm pretty busy today, actually, even though I woke up. I was up earlier, I just hadn't started on something. The thing that I was doing just required that I waited a while, and I was worried that it was going to overlap with the stream time. So I was going to try and stream early because I had to go short, because I have to leave at like 5:30, but we got here. Here we are. So it's probably only going to be like a 2-hour stream. Where is the last one? You spoke about your commission, how to put this prices, or how you arrive at the price that you come to for paid commissions. Is that even something you discuss? Yeah. I don't charge a whole lot just because I'm still learning, and I don't do illustrations often. For animation, I have a set price that I work with now, but sometimes I'll gauge based on like what the project is, because I know that sometimes clients, will prefer to have, like, they have a price point, right? And then I just give them what I can do at that price point. And so then they'll, work it. Sometimes they'll like, oh, well, if you can do a little bit more, I'll pay a little extra, that type of stuff. So it's just a lot of communication back and forth. But this is for a friend, so I'm not going to charge him a bunch of money. It'll take a while, but I don't think it'll take too long if he's just expecting this to be in the exact layout. If I'm just copying a style that already exists, it's not so much. Alright, so let me get this layout correct. We want So he let me pick where I put them. I don't know how I'm gonna pick that, because I like the lineup I have currently. I like green, blue, red. There's something about like this actiony, angry pose that then goes in, like it's juxtaposed by this relaxed, calm, and then like this cool guy. Like similar to this lineup actually, where it's like he's crazy, she's relaxed, and then like a more intense but not as wild as this one. Probably. What are the specs of the commission? Are they looking for a 3-panel of these characters? Yes. So these are some Yu-Gi-Oh cards that he likes, and some JJK poses that he wants. So I'm just gonna essentially slot these characters in to each of these poses. Which might be a little difficult because for Yu-Gi-Oh, they usually only have one pose or one card instance. And so I don't really have different angles. Like, I don't know that there are 3D models of these characters. So I will have to use my imagination for some of the equipment on them. Like, uh-oh. Like, I'm just gonna have to imagine what the backside of this bangle looks like, or like what the backside of the cape is, because you can't really see it. Or the trench coat, I suppose. We're gonna use our imagination. He's also my friend, so I don't think he's gonna be like, actually, this is... I mean, he'll probably correct me on stuff, and that's fine. That's part of the commissions, usually, is that you... I've seen certain artists who have stipulations for price points where it's like, at this price, you pay $50, I give you this character, just the outlines, I don't do any shading or color, and you get one correction. At $100, you get line art, you get color, you don't get shading, but you get 2 corrections, right? And so it's just a matter of, like, what works for you, what you've experienced, how you've seen people, because there are certain times where clients will, like, walk all over you and be like, well, actually fix this, actually fix this. Like, I've seen that plenty of times, and you do have to set some standard just so that people don't take advantage of your kindness, because, you know, I want to make it to whoever's vision it is, right? They have something in their head that they aren't capable of making themselves, which is why they came to an artist who knows how to do that. And so there's that communication that has to happen to make it happen. So I try to be cordial, I try to be nice about, like, oh yeah, I'll fix that. Especially if it's not something that's going to take a while, where it's just like, yeah, I can just lasso tool and, you know, twist something a little more, something like that. As long as it's not already colored. That's something else, is you do the corrections before you move on. So you want to do a template, you want to do a rough version, and then you want to move to inking, and then you want to move to color. And at each of those stages, depending on the price point, I would imagine you do the template, and then you get a correction. Then you do the line art, and then you get a correction. And then you go to color, and you potentially give a correction if it's a matter of, like, are the colors okay, you know. But since I have these characters, I know what the colors are, right? That's what I would say. I got free art once, and I was able to watch the artist draw it, so I got real-time correct anything I didn't like. That was a unique experience. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think. No, I was gonna say it's kind of like caricature, but caricature, they usually just take it and run, and then are mean sometimes. Okay, so this guy is gonna be Yuta. This guy is gonna be this guy. And she's gonna be Tojo. Is it Tojo? Todo. I always forget. Even though I love him, Todo's my favorite. Okay. I feel like this guy is more of Yuta than Yuji. That's what I'm feeling. Let me actually put these into Photoshop so I can isolate this, because this is kind of jostling my brain. So I want to, like, organize it proper. don't need this one. I do need those two. And I need Toto. But I want her in the middle, flanked by the dudes. I think that's going to be the order. Get rid of this little speech bubble, just so I can see what I'm drawing. Okay. Hey, what's up? Started a bunch of new social medias, including this one after your stream the other day. Thanks for your video. You're welcome. Thanks for coming back. Wanted to relay my thanks yet again, as getting started as an artist has been interesting. You are very welcome. I appreciate you being here. Welcome in. Personally charged by the hour, which is a little harder to sell, I think, probably because it's a little harder to tell how long a piece will take. I'm also constantly checking my work with the client, which I hope makes them feel better about that. I would say so. There is a bit of a give and a take with hourly. I had one client that was just like, this is our budget. I was like, I'll make it work. Cool. And then I had another client that was like, take as long as you need, but I do have a maximum. And I was like, okay, so I'll work hourly. I'll just keep track of my hours and I'll let you know how long that actually takes. And that worked fine. Because I didn't meet his threshold, so it wasn't an issue for him. But it was helpful that he at least gave me a threshold, right? So let's start those for the sake of brevity. Oh, too much. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Okay, that's how they line up. I want to start with her. Oh no, she's hot. Okay. Let's just do some layout. I'm going to try and get all three set up just so then I can give them to him and he can tell me if he wants anything adjusted and then move on from there. Because, again, he's my friend, so I know he's not going to be a jerk about it, but I usually charge based on what I'm making, since I can't tell if a piece will take an hour, 2 hours, or a day, and some characters need research. Absolutely. That is something to keep in mind. Okay. And actually make that one a little less opaque. Alright. I'm just going to draw each of them on a different layer and rearrange as necessary. She's an anime girl. She's got a sharp jaw. You know what? I should be using a layout brush. Let's do... Oh, I am using my marker. Okay. There we go. That way I can be a little more generic with it. Not generic, general. She's got like a... I like her hair, it's cute. Man, she's got... I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time, and I love the character designs. They're just so sick. Dark Magician fucking rips. I've done that as well. A few of the pieces I put in your Discord, shout out by the way, or I can only play X, and I did a good job staying in that threshold. Yeah, don't overwork yourself for that, but yes, that is something to keep in mind. Sorry, commission sheet. Oh, hey, thanks for the peek. My website has gotten a few visits. Nice. Probably should eventually make my own and set prices for that kind of thing. A good idea. I recommend Card because templates are easy. Interesting. I'm worried about overcharging or undercharging. I'm trying to think of a good way to approach, because I would say for my more corporate-based clientele, it's a standard, like they have a threshold that they're willing to meet, and then for my, you know, friends, whoever, that's more hourly, and I'll just be honest with them about how long something's going to take roundabout, and the only way to judge that is like based on how long you've taken on previous projects. So the more that you do, the easier it is for you to be able to tell what it is, how long that's going to take, and then you can guesstimate how long that would be. You can do standard prices of like $100 for a headshot, $120 for a full body, you know, that type of stuff. But it does get complicated. Some people do like per character too, so they'll say you can have one headshot of one character for 100, but if you add an extra character, then it's 150, right? Stuff like that. Which, you know, you can play that to your advantage too, of like, oh, you're doing a bundle, so it's not as, you know, they're saving money, right? So. I love that he just researched these poses to give me an exact one-to-one reference. It's very nice. Now, I am struggling to see... Oh, she's holding her hand out with the ball. I see. I was like, does she have a staff of some kind? 1 second. Move these down to strap. What was I gonna do? I think I need to check and see. Yeah, so he doesn't have his other arm. Just one, and I can't tell... Oh, he blew a kiss. I see. Okay. So I can pose that hand differently. I thought I thought he was mogging. He was doing like the chin thing. So I will actually pose her a little more. I might have to look up blowing a kiss motion, but... got more room to play with it. Mind. Yeah, there's a ton of different factors. I can charge more once I'm all popular. For now, I'm introducing myself to the world, and I know many people can't afford their characters, so giving them opportunity is neat too. Really good way to approach things as a beginner. I do traditional art for 20 bucks. That was years ago, but I did get some clients. Good stuff. Yeah, I remember my very first paid gig as an artist was in high school, and I had some kid who was just like, "Hey, you're good at Photoshop. Can you trace this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he gave me a picture of Iron Man, and he was like, "Just trace that for me. I'll give you 20 bucks." I was like, "Bet." And I was like, "I'm a professional artist. I got paid. I'm in, baby." I don't want to do this. I need to. I don't blow kisses, you know. I don't. I haven't blown a kiss in a long time. Oh, that's all right. There we go. That's a better hand. Oh, what happened? Is that for saving? I must have accidentally hit Control S. My first com was at my pixel art days. Oh, nice. I haven't done pixel art, but I need to. Cullen doesn't blow kisses. Fun fact. I've chosen also to get on YouTube since it's worked out for many other artists, and I like to interact. Was inspired by an artist who drew witches from the comments called Ronnie. Is that the one who did the, I saw somebody who got super famous for having drawn a witch that got possessed by a hat, and it was like a corpse that was reanimated by a hat, and the hat wanted to be like, it reminded me of Mimikyu, where it wanted to be loved, so it just adopted the form that people loved or something by possessing a human girl who was cute. I think. If I'm thinking the right person. Oops. like that shape. She's got very long braids. Yeah, I guess I've got some empty space here. Okay. So that's her layout. That's not bad. I love Tojo. I keep saying Tojo, Toto. Alright. You. Let's do this little gremlin. Yup, that's him. Consider streaming, but my internet cannot handle it. Yeah, last time my internet actually cut out, and that was crazy. Had to do another stream. I feel like I need to be doing something special to put in a video, and then I forget to record my commissions or whatever cool. I think I accidentally do. Wow, what's with all my typos? It's the caption. I just spent the morning learning basic editing and pumped a little I'll draw your comment video. That way I'll record the time-lapse of the art for the next one. That's a good idea. That's kind of why I stream too, is that if I really need something to fill backgrounds for other videos, you can just take time-lapses of what you worked on. I will be counting these hands for the ones you owe me. Awesome. So now I'm down to like 195 maybe? Although I only drew one hand there, so. Alright, this little something so-and-so. I have to look this one up to see if there's other angles. I could look other artists. Send me their names. Cool Tune Clip. See if it has... No, it's really only got the one pose. Cool pose, though. Apparently Cool Tune is a card type. Or like a... What are those called? I remember the first one was Ojama, I think. Or no. It might have been the Alpha Beta Gamma robots. That might have been the first, like, combo set of cards. No, there was Toon World. Those were tunes. Maybe that was the first set. I don't know. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a very long time. Oh shit, that's a crazy fan art. You should pay this guy. Cool Tune Clip, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan art. See if I got any. No, it's all the cute girls and not this cool Scrapyard Mecha pilot. Wait, no, different one. Are they all like punk rock girls? Oh my god, she's using speakers as... This is a better picture. Is it? No, this is a better picture. She's using speakers like shoes, but they're like moon shoes. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever used moon shoes, where you have to like strap your foot in and then you like... like a platform shoe. Oh, it's cool. God, Yu-Gi-Oh! Designs are fucking sick. Like, don't get me wrong, Magic is beautiful. Magic has a lot of very illustrative images. Mad respect, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Just goes so fucking hard with all the... just so chaotic, but also, like, it's just a completely different genre. Like, I think I could go through art from each game and immediately pick out which one was which. Like, you could get really close, and I feel like I would still be able to figure it out. Just because the posing... like, it's just so much more extreme. Also a lot of anime, so. Wow, I am not finding any fan art of this card. I see why he, commissioned me. Wait. Oh, somebody did a little... Cool Tune Rotary. That's cute. Yeah, I think I'm on my own with this one. And the problem is, I'm not one for, like, fashion design. Although this isn't really fashion, it's more like audio equipment. So, I'm gonna have to use what I've got to figure out how I want to do this. That is a good question, though, is does he want the big speaker? Because the speaker on the arms is going to be a problem for this pose since they're here. So maybe I'll do just a speaker up and you can see a fist, and then I can do this mouth. Because I imagine he just wants the face pose more than anything. I can ask him. I keep saying it as if he's some abstract being that I have no access to. I know who he is. Lol, yeah. Lastly, I want to choose a niche, but I hear you don't really get to choose it, so right now I'm drawing whatever the comment as a knight because I like rendering armor. Oh, that's cool. Seeing the comments, I see myself accidentally getting into a whole different one since I'll be doing a wheel too. I get to gamble for it, so fun stuff. I've never thought about a niche, but I can see what you mean. Speaker moonshine. I'm unsure if it's necessary technically to focus one thing, but I know I find armored characters cool, so that seems to be a good one to aim for. That is good. If you have a niche that you know that you're good at, if you're going to do commissions, that's probably a good place to start. But don't be afraid to branch into other stuff. And I don't think you need to worry about having, like, you know, being shoehorned in, typecast, if you will, as, like, the guy who does this or whatever. That's kind of what I want to avoid on my channel is, like, I don't necessarily just want to do, like, art tutorials. I want to be able to do art tutorials. I want to be able to do breakdown videos. I want to be able to do video essays if there's something that bothers me that I want to rant about for half an hour. I want to be able to do... Eventually, I'd like to do gaming. I think that would be fun because I enjoy video games, and I think I'm fairly good at them. So I think that would be fun to do community. I could have, like, Smash nights, and people could try and beat me. But yeah. So she's going here. I do realize that I said that the girl in the middle was going to be flanked by two boys, and I do believe this is a girl now, but who's to say? Gotta figure out those eyes. Oh man, he's got me in the Frieren. I guess I could do... The mouth is open wide enough. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, something like that too for the cheek. I like both eyes down. Maybe I do one a little more open, but let me get the pose down first, and then I'll start getting into the minutiae of all this. But I've got the mouth. else I gotta watch for is hood. I like the paper clips on the hood. That's a fun little. I swear to God, they just throw shit on there and it just looks amazing. Could be nice doing all that too, especially if the audience ends up interested in hanging out. Funnily enough, most of my characters are the modern era, since the visual novel I'm co-making is set in New York. It lets me get into making more interesting faces and expressions instead. Nice. So, I think I want to be raising a fist. Oh, is that a plug? I don't know what I'm looking at. I think it's a plug. That would make sense, where it like flips out like a charger. So then I can just do that down from the back. So that still works. But I want to show off the cat ears on the hood. Those are iconic. Something I've realized is the Nasuverse, Fate, Sukme, Garden of Sinners has insanely well done designs, and that and Project Moon's designs are both great to learn from, but as soon as I need something extreme, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the perfect place to get inspired. They've got some crazy stuff. I don't think I've ever read any of those, but I will have to look at that. Let me write those down. Are those manga, specifically? So is that. Make my manga list. Suppose I could look it up. I guess I can. Sometimes it's just faster to ask, though, you know? Oh, Fate has a long list of series. Stay Night. There's a watch order. Looks like they've got a lot of instances, which I had to just fight that. My friend and I were trying to figure out how to watch Evangelion, and that was an interesting trick, to say the least. But it does look like it's anime. The only two I'm seeing are Fate Type Moon and Fate Stay Night. Fate is an anime visual novel. Gotcha. Tsukihime has some anime and visual novels, one coming out soon. Garden of Sinners is an anime that is more like a bunch of movies. Got it. People talk about The Order a lot, but it's actually simple, funny enough, because there's only 2 you need to watch in a row. Rest are spin-offs. You basically just watch Fate Zero, because it's Zero, then Unlimited Blade. Okay. I feel like I have Fate Type Zero on my list. Tsukihime has some anime and visual novel. I'll do the manga for Tsukihime. I can probably find that. Sorry, I'm trying to spell it. Garden of Sinners is an anime that is a bunch of movies. Got it. Oops, wrong one. I need to. Oop. Okay, I got all that. Okay. You know what? She doesn't even have a nose. Probably refine that pose later. What's happening? Oh. Is my touch on? Is that what it is? No. Or hear me out. I do this, and I can just have them, like, you know, doing the boxing where you knock your gloves together type shit. figure out how to pose those holding on to the... It looks like they're like going through and holding on to some metal bar, like a shield or something. So I'll have to figure that out. Sketch is looking amazing. Thank you very much. I do need to go for the time being. Early morning. Good luck on your comm. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Glad you had fun. And thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. We're just playing around right now. I'm trying to get these layouts. And then hopefully my friend okays them. Alright. I think I'm good on that for now. I do want to... I'll probably do 2 separate faces and just kind of give him some choices. Let's see what I'm working with. Oh, he's got a knife. So I kind of want to reverse this. I want to reverse this pose. Let me think. Because he's got a knife in his right hand. He's got his right hand forward. So I think I'm going to reverse the pose so that he's holding the knife back here. Back here. But he still has this hand in the front. Is what I think I'm going to do. He has a more realistic nose. Oh no. My skeleton hand rolled off. Damn it. And some feedback on the speaker knuckles. What's up? What do you got for me? Oh, I can turn on all my shit in the background. Slacking today. I will need to step away for a hot minute, but I like that idea. Oh. Sorry, I thought you were offering me feedback on the speaker knuckles. You're good to step away. I appreciate you tuning in. I don't know if I'll be here by the time you get back, but don't worry about it. This fucking edgelord. Looking Virgil looking ass. a while. Once I start refining. He's got his thumb tucked. Okay. Bit. This guy was easy enough. I think well, my friend matched these personalities well enough that it did kind of match the poses they already had, which does certainly help. Don't want the full fingernail. I think I'm just going to do the tips to indicate that there is depth to the fingers. There's a better way of doing that, but probably just make it more dramatic. I'm gonna scrap it. One too few fingers. Ooh, he's got a big blade. Yeah. Wait. How do you hold a knife? Blade is in. Okay. That makes sense. I feel like I would want it played out because then you can slash and. He's got it right there. He has. Erase his arm from there. His blade would be in. No, his blade would be out. What am I looking at? His blade is down. Yes, okay. And then we've erased his arm here. Okay, so his blade is in towards his fingers. Covering his fingers. Got it. Okay, back. What up? You didn't miss much. I'm just playing with knives, that's all. I've moved on from art and I've joined the circus and I've moved on to a career of juggling knives. Wasn't working out because everybody left my stream. Down. I like the positioning of the hands, but I can do better. like Leon S. Kennedy. Let me clean this up. And then I'll start working on refining faces. Actually, let me send these to him real quick and see if he's available to give me some feedback, and then I can refine stuff if he doesn't like them. Let me hide this. It went away. Okay. Just for the sake of organizing. Off the canvas over there. Perfect. Oh, I forgot that I had done some, some more recent commissions where it was another friend and I was, doing stuff on my own time, and she was very nice about just like, yeah, whatever works. She trusted me for the most part. There were a couple occasions where she was like, oh, could you fix this? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. There was one that she changed it after I had already colored everything, and I was like, that's a pretty big change. But I'm a nice person, and I'm a good friend, so I changed it, and I didn't say anything, and she's not going to see this, so don't send it to her. Okay. As far as this goes, let's just do some these red. No, don't. I fucking hate when it does that with the layers. Green. So pull this back up. let's switch to my Virgil looking ass. He's just Virgil. I need to fix his hair a little bit. Let's see. What he said. He texted me back. You got a good eye. I love it all so far. What's your opinion on swapping the left and the middle? That's fine. See what he says. This friend of mine really likes Sasuke too, so if that tells you anything. But to be fair, I like Shadow the Hedgehog. Sometimes you just gotta like an edgy boy, you know? Tells me everything. I didn't say Shadow was my favorite, but the Sasuke is pretty. I don't know if he likes Naruto or if he has like a disdain for Naruto. Kind of match that hair he's got already. I do want to still cover the eye a little bit. Just a smidge. This isn't my final pass, so I'll go back over this. What happened? Oh. This looks funny. For sure. This as well. That overlap right. And I'll leave that nose some breathing room, no pun intended. Actually, it was. I'm a genius. down a little bit further. I want the lip to overlap. If that works. Realized I didn't draw that back arm. I just drew the hand, and I focused so heavily on it, I forgot. Kind of looks like Soul without his headband. Ooh, like an old Soul. Yeah, kinda. But that's also just my style. With the lip, you know, because he doesn't have that, but it does certainly emphasize. For that, your style heavily impacted by Soul Eater contributes to that. I would think. I'm also gonna have to make this hand bigger. on the cusp of where that threshold is for scale. All right, I always forget. I think the thumb, yeah, is opposite the radius. I always forget. 2 more hands. Does it count if I keep tracing over the hands that I already drew? Keeps texting me back. So just give the hood more real estate. Okay. Send him an update on that guy, and let me move these 2. Bigger, and what else was I gonna say? I just got word that my plans have been pushed back, so I can stick around for a little bit longer. Neat. I'm mentally debating it. On one hand, you are just going over the great hands you've already drawn, but they are also even better hands now. Besides, you are also improving each time. I think they count. Okay. Yeah, when I do it, it's more of a for the sake of refining the details. So it's not necessarily that I'm drawing a different hand. It's more just that my brain is kind of chipping away at the thing that I already have. Hopefully for normal reasons to push back plans. Yes, yeah, everything's fine. Just people getting out of work late. Yeah, I'll leave that shape there. does mean that I probably won't be able to see that. This is slick. Thank you. Welcome in. Yes. Let me check and see what he's got to say. I agree. Let me get a picture for my friend. Oh. I don't know why I thought that I could zoom out with that. All right, let's get started on this last one because I'm gonna have to edit the green one in the middle. He wants her to be more oriented forward, so I'm gonna have to redo that one, but I do want to just start cleaning up. I'm just gonna clean up mindset right now. Oh, I should probably pull up her reference, huh? In fact, these are turn 0 summon archetype Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Turn 0 summon. What does that even mean? How do you play a card before it started? I've confused myself. That is your neck. work on my braided hair. What better time than right now? I'm not gonna get super into it right now because this is not the final pass. Nail it the first try and you can't get back, can't capture that magic. I kind of fucking nailed it in the template. That was not terrible. I don't remember who it was that I watched. They were explaining how hair is very similar to ribbons. So when you're ever drawing hair and you're struggling, you can just focus on drawing a ribbon shape. So if you do like this. Oh my god. Turn 0 equals at the start of the game. On your opponent's turn, you get to start playing. Oh! That's crazy. So if you're ever struggling with a strand of hair, say, if you think of it as a ribbon, then you can kind of redefine the way that it functions in your head. You can go, okay, so if I connect these, and then there's the back end of it, and then if you just make it into hair, you just bring it to a point in the front. Give your hair some dimension. Overlaps. Yeah. I like playing with the shape of lip. I could have just done this. I like playing with the shape of lips. It's a pretty good shape. So, these are all turn 1. 0 cost summon on somebody else's turn. You can just, as long as you have them in your hand, you can just play them out and then fuck up your opponent. Like, I didn't look at any of the effects, so I don't know what they do. Let me look it up. This card on the field would be used as a synchro material. One tuner in your hand can be used as one of the other materials. You can only use each of the following effects for Cool Tune Clip once per turn during your opponent's main phase. If this card is in your hand, quick effect. You can special summon this card, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can synchro summon one tuner synchro monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can banish one random face down card from your opponent's extra deck. That's crazy. A lot of words. Dang. Oops. When did I change layers? Oh no. I see what I did. I downed the opacity of my brush. I'm on Toon Boom rules. This is some great advertising for some NSFW stuff. I could absolutely do an alt version where she doesn't have any clothes on. Always some level of turn disruption. Interesting. It would be easy to do that, wouldn't it? I mean, yeah, if I just save this doodle, I can just move her arm and draw some boobs. I mean, I've got her clavicle right there. I don't even need to put on clothes. Alright, let's... that away. Let's see what this looks like. Getting very Bayonetta up in here. Yeah, she's a baddie. I don't know what to say. Wood, I guess. Yes, W-O-U-D, not... know, for somebody with my talents, never actually drawn porn for myself. Draw the specifics right here. Kind of goes all the way out though. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. All right, let's work on this one because this one's gonna take some doing. I gotta fix that one a little bit. This little menace to society. Have you drawn that kind of stuff as commission? I actually haven't. I'm trying to think. Other than the occasional person who will slide into the stream and just be like, you should draw Princess Peach naked. I'm like, are you gonna pay me? No. Then goodbye. You can stick around if you want to watch what I'm drawing right now, but if you're not gonna pay me, then no. But no, I don't think anybody's ever approached me for that, for a commission. Trying to be vague in case YouTube doesn't like the words. I know. We know what we're talking about. We know what we're talking about. No, I don't think so. I don't really advertise it. But I also draw my guy naked a lot. Not naked specifically, I don't show anything, but like, I never really draw myself with a shirt because I just, you know, in practicing anatomy, I don't usually cover up with clothes. And I took a lot of figure drawing classes. It's not, I don't care, but you know. Is it because you have goodest boy energy? No, it's just, I don't know. Something I do know is that I am a photographer, and the woman that I work with says very specifically women like to have boudoir shoots, and so they offer that as an option. They do boudoirs, and they do weddings and engagements and all that kind of stuff, but they do boudoirs on the side, and that's very fun. But obviously, as a man, I could see it being a little off-putting for a woman to approach a guy and be like, hey, can you take naked pictures of me? So. But it's a thing. It's a cute little, like it's like tasteful nudes, right? You send nudes, it's whatever. But then you wanna be classy about it, right? You put it in a locket. You send yourself off to war. You got something to look at. You have something to pine after, right? So you do a boudoir for your boy. I've never heard that term. It is French, and I don't know what it means, but I'm assuming it has something to do with... Let's look it up. Let's look it up so I can educate. Because I'd like to know for the sake of my own side gigs. Boudoir. Well, I'm not going to pull it up. Let's do boudoir meaning. Not boudoir photography. How's that? Oh, it means a woman's bedroom or private room. So the idea being that the woman would invite the photographer into her private domicile and then take goings about photos. But it has developed into essentially tasteful porn. Prawn. I'm not gonna censor myself. YouTube can fight me. A lady's private sitting room or salon in a furnished residence. I assume it is in reference to, or it probably has roots from French. I had to guess. Etymology, French, from bouder, which means to pout. Interesting. So, the pouting, I imagine, being more of a, like this, hold on, like this pout, you know what I mean? Like a sexy pout, right? Not like, I'm upset. Well, maybe it could be, you know, like I'm going to my room, whatever, I don't know. But now you know, it means bedroom in French. How did you know? I'll never know if you just type that in after I said it. But that is very funny. If you just keep doing that to me every time I look something up, you're just like, oh, I knew that. And by the time I get back, it's in chat, and I'm like, you know everything. Why didn't you just say? That's a funny bit. You should do that. Okay. So I want to keep the head oriented this way. Maybe I think I just make the hood bigger. Like that. And then I can keep the head oriented within there. I took French in high school, so it sounded like bedroom. I didn't take French, I took Spanish. And it comes in handy every once in a while. I know if people are shit-talking me. I'm gonna do the face first. Also, context clues. I never heard of it. I could make an educated guess. That is nice about certain languages where it's like they make a lot more sense than English. There's some crazy shit that we've got going on. Where it's just like, oh yeah, you know, this is this, so this should be this, and it is. Boom boom shit. What do I want to do? The do the eyes.
feel about making a comic or a manga? Is that something you'd enjoy, or even a webtoon?
I've thought about it for the sake of expediting the process of animating, where I would do more of like comic book strips in the sense of like making keyframes for an animation. If I have an idea for an animation that I don't think I would be able to fully do every single in between, right? Which then just boils down to storyboarding essentially. So most of my stuff is probably going to be storyboards, but every once in a while there's just like a 4-panel one-off idea that I'm not so sold on that it needs to be in motion, right? So yeah, I could do something like that. I do kind of want to get good at inking. Like I bought new nibs, so I can work on the different techniques for inking, because I would like to do, just like mimicking the style of certain manga artists, because you get the hand motion down. If you can find the right digital brush, you can kind of mimic that on the computer. So yeah, it's not off the table, but I have so many animations on the back burner. I need to get those done.
Not just the place, but I've seen websites dedicated to comics.
Right. I know what you meant. Oh, you know what? I was going to orient the torso more forward, so I need to edit that. I see. So the hood kind of has to come out. It's part of the jacket. Doesn't have to, but... It's like a scrappy little... I always get closer to stuff instead of using technology to my advantage. I cannot tell what she has going on. Oh, is that... I think that's the clavicle and just some necklaces or tattoos. No, they don't look flush. They've got shadows. Probably necklaces. She's also got like a Bane tube running through her. It's not connected to anything. She's just got like glow sticks for a rave. Interesting. Oh, I just disappeared her. We're back.
Fair enough. Wires.
Yeah, I have certain ideas for comic stuff, and I feel like my brain works one vein at a time, and so I haven't really sat down and processed how I would do that or what the story would even be. It would be a good idea for the sake of like workshopping pilots potentially, if I had any ideas for longer show ideas or something. I don't really... I mean, I have ideas. But none that I'm, like, actively flushing out. You do all that detailing. Change some anatomy. This is the base of the neck. I think into this shoulder is fine. That other shoulder is off. So I can just move everything over a little bit. Thank you. I think I want to change it up a little bit. Because I want to match the source still. But I also... want to try and match her mouth. I feel like she would probably open her mouth this wide as a little rapscallion. I can tone it down a little bit. Might also make the teeth smaller. Let's do the hands and we'll talk. A little bit more dented. Keeping Studio Trigger well. Studio Trigger is certainly one of my inspirations. So I'll take that as a compliment, for sure. trim that design a little bit. Might get rid of these. Yeah. Okay, that does look a lot better without the silhouette kind of clouding the design. Let me fix the hood. See that that's off. My vibe. We'll put it more this way. There we go. Okay. That's what we got done so far. That is my alarm. You need to get scooting. But that's what we got. I'd say that's pretty solid for so far. In 2 hours, 3 characters, rough sketch. I'll link back up with my contact. Make sure these look alright. Maybe adjust some stuff on my own. I feel like I want it. I think there's something else I could do with the face, but let's see. But other than that, it was a good, productive session. I need to fix his head proportions as well, but we'll get there. She's perfect. She could do no wrong.
Congratulations, this looks dope. Thank you.
Mean. Fierce. I didn't turn on my DVD player. You've been looking at a blank screen. Alright. I'm gonna wrap up here. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you learned something. If you didn't, maybe you will next time. My eyes have been closed this whole time. What the hell? There we go. Fixed. I was staring at the art. Alright. I'm getting out of here. Have a good day. Bye.